Hey YouTube, it's Prime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the reissue Earthrise Thrust, which is the last of our Conehead Seeker reissues. Now we have all three, so I was able to finish my set. Super thrilled about that. I know there are a lot of people out there saying, oh, don't bother buying this because, they're going to be making new Conehead soon with the new Seeker mold. Yeah, that's probably like at least 2 years away, and this is the only one I didn't already have, so I picked them up. If you want to wait, feel free. I'm probably still going to get those anyway, but I wanted to finish my set. But we'll start with a quick look here at the box. The old Earthrise packaging. We got Earthrise, we got Thrust here, artwork on the side. Yeah, you can see that big old gap from the toy even in the artwork. Do get some nice poster artwork here on the side. We just got our logo, Decepticon symbol, legal jargon, and then we do have our product shot on the back. So that's it for the box. And we do get a lovely instruction booklet, and it shows him holding his null rays in his hands, which feels a little weird. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but anywho, there is that. And I really do like Thrust's design. I really like his VTOL wings. I think it makes him really unique even among the three Coneheads. And take a quick look at the figure here. We do have some white details here on the knees, plenty of black paint applications. Do get some sort of pinkish purple here, a little bit of gold up top, and some very nice silver there on those VTOL fans. And as far as the wings go, the instructions do say to, I'll just lift this arm so I can flip this around. Do say to have it like this so you can bend them backwards. Personally, I think it looks better up like this, and plus that puts the ports towards his back so it looks a little cleaner. But, it is your toy. Do as you please. That's just how I like to keep it. And of course we do get our null rays on the side. Do have a nice silver face with yellow eyes and a very grumpy expression. But yeah, overall, happy to have my third and final Earthrise Conehead. And, this mold is what it is. It's, one we've seen a dozen times before. They use the crap out of it. And now we'll be getting a new one in a couple months. But yeah, very thrilled to finally have this guy in hand. But we'll do a couple of quick comparisons. So, first of all, let's show him next to his two Seeker brothers. So now we have the full set. Hooray, hooray! And mine do have the Non-If Productions upgrade thingies. And I'm surprised they didn't make one for him too. It was a set of two. Well, but it is what it is. But that's how they'll look together. And here he is next to Dr. Wu's recent reissue of their Coneheads version of Thrust, which came in that 3-pack. And here he is with the MP Ultra Thrust KO. Just so you get an idea of how he stacks up next to other incarnations of the same figure. But that's about it for that. Oh, actually, no, we're not done yet. We got to go over articulation. So he does have a ball jointed head, mostly back and forth, a little bit of side to side. Again, the wings, you can flip them forward or flip them around. If you want to use them like the instructions, you can get some bendward. Backwards bend words. So that's just personal choice for me. And again, you can get the full 360 as long as you account for that collision, which is a little easier if you have these the official way. We do get that far out at the arms. We do get a bicep swivel. We do get a very nice elbow bend, a little over 90 degrees. You do get a wrist bend for that transformation joint if you so choose. Don't really get a waist swivel due to the transformation method. We do get a thigh swivel. We do get upward at that skirt. Can kick that far forward and not very far back. Just, yeah, because of that skirt collision. We do get 90 degrees at the knee, and we do get some ankle tilts, and if you really want, you can use the transformation joints too. Pose the toes a little bit. I think that's it for articulation. Oh yeah, he does have blast compatibility on his null rays, so there is that if you want it. Get some daka action. And of course, like the instructions said, you can put them in his hand if you want to be weird about it. So he can hold that. You know, it's just the standard 5mm port that we got going on these days. And he does also have a port on the back of his forearm, if you want to put it there. Okay. And now I think I've covered everything for robot mode. So now let's go ahead and get into transformation. And again, we've seen this, you know, dozen times over and over. So I'm just going to kind of blaze through this, but we'll take off the null rays. Then we are going to come over here. You're going to pull up on the forearm piece. And then you're going to use this double hinge here to collapse the arm. Make sure that that piece goes through and pokes the hand out. Fold the hand up. Again, open this up, double hinge it, get that part through, and close this up, fold that hand up, and we are going to lift this whole section up and close that up, and now he is a literal cone head. And then we're just going to sort of like to pull back on the arms a little bit and push forward with the nose cone just until it releases, and then we pull this whole back section back, and this whole cone is gonna flip around on a double hinge, and we're gonna bring it together like that. I'm gonna bring this together back here and make sure that that slots in like so, and then we just fold these arms inward and make sure that he's sort of touching his hands together, and then we can close that chest back up and make sure it clicks together. Then for the legs, we're going to fold down these shin pieces, and you get a little better range if you make sure to fold the feet down. But we are going to compress the legs on this double hinge, and then we're going to tab them together, then tab them right here like so. Fold the feet together, close these up over that skirt piece, and then we're going to use these double hinges here to just bring the wings into place. And I will say, they don't like flop around a ton or anything, but they aren't like the most secure. You can sort of feel them wiggling. It would be nice if they had a little bit better of a secure locking point or something, but again, they don't like flop around a ton, so it's not a huge deal. And then pretty much you're going to take the null rays and plug them underneath on these VTOL ports, like so. Or you could plug them into the legs or the side of the arms if you really want to, but I think they look better on the wings. So, but there we have Thrust in his jet mode. And again, it is a very clunky jet, but I do like the mold. I do like the transformation. I know that a lot of people like this mold. A lot of people absolutely hate it. I think it's fun. I enjoy it. So, there's that. But yeah, that's not really too much to say about the jet, especially considering how many times we've seen this mold. But it does have a nice design. Again, those very nice, very unique wings, the different tail fins there. And with these guys, one thing I do like is that if you open the feet back up, you get ports for whooshability, or if you really want, you can leave them open and use them to stand them in a upright launch position. That's something that you can do with the cone heads. Can't do it as much with the other seekers, which because of the angle here. But here we do have him next to generic classic seeker. So there is how they stack up. Just for that comparison. Took the wrong one out of the shot. Well, took both out, but yeah, overall, just really happy to finally complete my set of cone heads after all this time. Because, yeah, there was just sort of a thrust-shaped hole in that little set. So, but yeah, whether or not you think it's worth picking this guy up, especially with the new Seeker mold coming out within the next few months, is really up to you. Again, I wanted to complete my Conehead set, so I was perfectly fine grabbing this guy. I think if you order him off of Hasbro, he's at the new Voyager price, but I think Target.com still has him at the old Voyager price, which is where I had pre-ordered him. So, yeah, overall, just really happy to have this in hand now. But I think that's about it for this video, and I think I'll go ahead and wrap this up. And this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.